A collective is bigger than one man. And yet individual leadership is needed for the strength of the collective. It's a funny thing. Aleister Black saw the impending corruption should Jay White's supposed collective take over. That's why he turned to Alpha. Here, the individual strength feeds the collective, and the collective feeds the individual strength. That's how...
No, not today, man. I got something to say. I've been on the sideline for a month thinking about what I did wrong. I thought I was the champion everyone would be proud of. I thought I could hold this ship together after Booker left. The hero always gets betrayed, but I never thought it would be Aleister Black. I will take the title back, and I'll set things right. The age of Alpha is over. Wow, strong words from the former champion Samoa Joe, and I'd just like to say he was a champion we could all be proud of, and I think we are still proud of him. And it's easy to say that when you compare it to what Alpha is doing right now. We'll show you this security camera footage of Drew McIntyre being assaulted after his match with Aleister Black last week. Now we have to tell you, Black has denied any involvement in these sorts of attacks that have been happening, including the one that put Kenny Omega in an ambulance last week. But I'll take that with a large grain of salt, and you should too. As far as we know, McIntyre still intends to fight for the World Championship tonight, and we will keep you updated. But let's now get to the ring, where Ronda Rousey is defending her United States Championship. Folks, we join you in the ring for this one, and man, I am so excited that Samoa Joe is back. Hopefully, this means that Aleister Black will finally answer for everything he's done to Joe and to the world title and to all of us fans. Hopefully he will finally answer for that. So I'm excited to see what Samoa Joe can do. For right now, though, Ronda Rousey taking on Charlotte Flair with the U.S. title on the line. This will be Rousey's fourth title defense since she won the belt from Lita. She is undefeated in GAW. And 4 consecutive title defenses across 5 weeks. That really would be remarkable. I mean, it is a very short list of people with that many title defenses, especially in such a short amount of time. And when you get to that list, you are talking about some of GAW's great champions. You are talking about Lita. You're talking about Rey Mysterio. You're talking about Booker T. So good for Ronda Rousey for, trying to really, enter into that company. But of course, she has to win first, and Charlotte Flair is nothing if not a brutal competitor. We saw it in her steel cage match against Asuka. She pushed the world champion to her limits. And now Flair looking to do the same against Ronda Rousey. And look at this, Flair showcasing the athleticism float over DDT. Shades of the Rock. Flair is a student of the game, if nothing else. You can attribute that to her legendary father, but Rousey kicks out before the referee can even get down. Flair going for the lariat, or Rousey going for the lariat. Flair goes for the drop toe hold into the middle rope, and now choking Ronda Rousey onto that rope. You got to do what you got to do to beat Ronda Rousey the way that Rousey's been fighting. And again, you just have to talk about how much work Rousey has put in to all facets of her game. She's shown it every week. And it's certainly no doubt that Rousey is dedicated to being a great champion in GAW, like or not, her rhetoric or whatever else. And look at this, Flair now. Flair saw the opening, and now Charlotte Flair bridges into the figure 8. Rousey could be in trouble here, but look at that. Rousey caught Flair's leg on its way down, and Flair was not able to cinch in the hold entirely. That's exactly what we saw Asuka do to beat Charlotte Flair at Bash at the Beach. Flair several times tried to get in the figure 8, and Asuka was just able to catch that foot before it came down. Flair now off the slam, tossed in the middle of the ring, and Rousey kicks out at 1. I don't know how successful your submission's going to be against someone like Ronda Rousey with so much of a background in mixed martial arts and who has stepped up so much in terms of her mat game. Although Flair showcasing the strength and now calling back to her legendary father. And look at this, Charlotte Flair. Couple lariats, Rousey misses one, and Flair over the top. Comes in with a third. Flair going for the spear that time. Rousey got the knees up. Again, Ronda Rousey is so adept, and Flair again with the spear. That time she landed it. And now U.S. champion Rousey could be in trouble. Far leg hooked, and Rousey kicks out at 2. Flair, best spear in women's wrestling as far as I'm concerned. But now she's trying to become the second ever U.S. champion. Boot is into the gut, and Rousey on her knees. Natural selection. For someone who is known as a submission wrestler, Charlotte Flair certainly used that move to great effect. And now Flair hooks the leg, and Rousey kicks out. Rousey put into a precarious situation twice there with a spear and then natural selection. Nice arm drag from Rousey, and now Ronda may be able to get some offense in here. Flair has really controlled the pacing of this match in a big way, but then again, so did Dakota Kai in her matchup against Ronda Rousey, and Rousey was able to control the pace when it mattered right at the end of the match, and we'll see if that happens again. Rousey answers Flair with a trio of her own lariats. And now look at this. Ronda has Flair up, Samoan drop. That's how she beat Lita. Ronda now hooks the far leg to retain. 3, Ronda Rousey has done it. What a match from Ronda Rousey, who retains the United States title. And Ronda's grabbed a mic. Let's see what she has to say. When we say tap, nap, or snap, we mean that. All these fake bitches think they can compete with a real fighter, but they all end up the same way. I didn't think it would take so long to show everyone who the real warriors are around here, but it's done. And after Shayna chokes out that blue-haired bitch, there will be no doubt. Hey, that's Casey Catanzaro. We haven't seen her since the Academy showcase before Cyclone Denver. This is a matchup, I gotta be honest, I would love to see. GAW's premier athlete against its deadliest fighter. Ronda, I think I speak for everyone when I say you can kindly shut your damn mouth. You're a solid wrestler, but everyone knows you've cherry-picked your opponents and always give yourself the advantage in the match. That was to be expected, obviously. We watched you do it for years in the UFC. But I'm tired of you running down this whole company like you're anything special. You came from one path, I came from another. Our paths will cross at Winterfest, and I'll put you in your place. Ah, Christmas. The most joyous time of year. Perfect for beloved family, great food, and of course, all the presents you could want. And GAW is giving you one more gift with this year's installment of the GAW Christmas Party, the most unique event in wrestling. Here's how it works. 6 teams will be put together of all random competitors, and we mean random. Throughout Winterfest, these teams will fight across 3 tag matches. At the end of the night, the 3 teams who came out victorious will then see one more test, a 6-man elimination match. The winner becomes #1 contender to the GAW World title. Who will give their family something to cheer at Winterfest? It's only 2 episodes away, so get your hot cocoa and warmest pajamas ready.
England, old Ireland, England, all Ireland. England, all Ireland.
Oh, look at this. We haven't seen him for a little while. He's been nursing an ankle injury, but the Pirate King, Edward Jack, is back. This is a guy, I talked about it when he first debuted, and like I said, his early run was derailed a little bit by an ankle injury. But assuming that he is healthy once again, I am really excited to see Edward Jack in action. He brings so many things to the table. He's been a champion everywhere he's been, and I would expect that to continue in GAW. And we mentioned before, he is here full-time. He signed a deal, so hopefully if his body cooperates, we'll be able to see him a lot more. I do want to address here, Kacy Catanzaro told Ronda Rousey that their paths would cross at Winterfest, and we can confirm that Kacy Catanzaro will be Ronda Rousey's opponent for the United States title at GAW Winterfest. So that joins, of course, the 4 matches already confirmed in the GAW Christmas party. This is looking like a stacked card, and I can't wait for it. Speaking of things I can't wait for, Kofi Kingston, man, I'm dancing in my seat right now. I love Kofi Kingston's entrance. I love everything about this guy, man, and unfortunately for Kingston, he's been put a little bit on the back burner since he lost his Intercontinental title to Matt Hardy with the help of Ricochet, which of course we now know was Alpha's first attack on GAW, and it came at the expense of the absolutely beloved Kofi Kingston. But every match is an opportunity to get back on track. Kofi knows that better than anybody, and he has the opportunity to do that against the Pirate King. Let's get to the match. 10-minute time limit here between Jack and Kingston, and both of these guys have been Intercontinental champions, although Edward Jack, it wasn't here. He was an New Japan Pro Wrestling Intercontinental champion. For about 3 weeks, he held that belt. Meanwhile, Kofi Kingston, of course, you all remember his Intercontinental Championship reign in GAW. He was beloved in this company by the fans, hell, by myself, I'll admit it. I love Kofi Kingston just as much as anybody. And unfortunately, that reign came to an end when Alpha first came to GAW, although, of course, we didn't know it at the time. Matt Hardy still holds that Intercontinental Championship that Ricochet helped him win from Kofi Kingston. Speaking of which, we don't know who his challenger will be at Winterfest for the Intercontinental title, but we can tell you that next week we will have a 4-way elimination match to determine the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Champion. So we will learn more, and then of course we will also learn the identities of the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships in our next match, when Limitless Legion takes on the Lucha Brothers. That was originally going to be the Young Bucks in that spot, but they have decided to pull out after Hangman Page's brutal attack on Kenny Omega last episode. If you missed that, go check it out. Look at this. Jack showcasing some athleticism here. Beautiful lariat after sliding underneath the rope. Look at this. Jack kick from the high seas to Kofi Kingston. And now Jack, far leg hooked of the former Intercontinental Champion. Kingston in trouble here, and Jack picks up the win. The kick from the high seas was enough to do it. Beautiful match fought there from Edward Jack. Brutal kick. And the Pirate King will win this match and maybe get himself a little bit closer to a potential date with the Intercontinental Champion, Matt Hardy. Folks, we hate to move so quickly away from this match, but we do have a potentially serious situation happening backstage. Samoa Joe has apparently been chased down by the man known as Hunter from Alpha. We've got a camera back there. Let's go check that out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just caught up with our camera to this developing situation right now as Hunter has chased down Samoa Joe in the back. And look at this. Hunter using any weapon he can find. Using the fire extinguisher on Samoa Joe. Hunter, what are you doing? What are you doing? Wow. Hunter had accosted Samoa Joe right after he got out of the locker room. And this is apparently what Samoa Joe is in for. This is disgusting behavior here, but nothing that I wouldn't expect from someone of Hunter's ilk, from someone from Alpha. Unbelievable. You can see our camera following these two as Hunter just having his way with Samoa Joe for what I can assume to be the horrible crime of questioning Alpha's methods. Just tossing Samoa Joe nonchalantly across this parking lot. And this is the production truck that they're near right now. Hunter has Samoa Joe near the production truck and actually throws Samoa Joe into the ladder. Big strike. Oh my God, Hunter, come on now. Come on. And what's he doing? What is he doing here? Hunter has made his way to the top. Samoa Joe. No, come on. No, Joe, you don't have to meet him up there. Joe, come on, think about this. Samoa Joe has actually gone to meet Hunter at the top. And look at that. What else was going to happen? Hunter lying in wait for Samoa Joe. Unbelievable. Hunter. This is ridiculous right now. Uppercut from Hunter. These two brawling at the top of this production. No! No! Oh my God! Hunter just throws Samoa Joe off the top of a production truck. Oh, please be okay.
For he is limitless.
You know, it almost seems wrong to get on with another match after what we just saw happen to Samoa Joe. We have, of course, rushed him to a local hospital. It's tough. You know, this is a guy that we all admired, and you can see, I mean, Keith Lee, no particular joy in his face. I think, you know, he's heard what happened already, and you can hear the fans a little bit subdued. This is a guy that, you know, we looked up to as a champion, and you know, to see that happen to him, it's tough. It's tough. So we'll have to try our best to get through the rest of the show, and get on with things. But you know, Aleister Black and Alpha, they have a lot to answer for, and doing that to someone who had been respected so much by so many people, they've got a lot to answer for. I will say that. No surprise here that the Lucha Brothers seem to be unaffected by what we've seen already happen with Samoa Joe. I'm sure they love it just as well. It's affected every good-hearted person in the locker room, which is, of course, why the Lucha Brothers, you know, are probably unaffected. Keith Lee will start things off for the Limitless Legion, as well as Rey Fenix starts off for the Lucha Brothers, and Lee sent Fenix into the corner, and it looked like he got distracted by Pentagon, and Fenix answered with a super kick to the back of the head. And look, the strength from Fenix trying to get Keith Lee up into the suplex, and Lee reverses it into one of his own. Already you can see that maybe Lee mentally is not entirely there. I mean, this wasn't a match that they were planning on taking. And of course, you know, they only got this match because of Adam Page's attack on Kenny Omega last episode. And so the Limitless Legion were given this, and then of course what happened to Samoa Joe just moments ago will affect Keith Lee as well. And now look at this. Ray Phoenix step up Gamengiri as Lee was trapped in the ropes. Phoenix showcasing this trademark fast-paced offense, and once again, legs up, step up Gamengiri with Lee trapped in the ropes. Second time for that one, and now Lee could be in trouble fighting out of the corner. Big headbutt to Phoenix. Strike misses from Pentagon as Keith Lee just able to make his way out of that corner. Elbow from Ray Phoenix. Look at that. It's busted Keith Lee open. We're not even 2 minutes into this match. Not even 90 seconds into this match. Keith Lee pouring red from his forehead. Phoenix goes up 450. And Keith Lee got the legs up. What a physical match this has been so far. Lee once again being distracted by Pentagon. Look at this. Lee finally turns his attention to Ray Phoenix, but he gave Phoenix enough time to collect himself, and Phoenix now gets out of the corner. Beautiful teardrop suplex from Ray Phoenix. I really think that Keith Lee just mentally is not there right now. Look at this though. Lee has Phoenix up in trouble. Phoenix trying to turn that into a Hurricane Rana. Lee has him up. Spirit Bomb onto Ray Phoenix. Lee has the legs. Phoenix in trouble, and Pentagon breaks the pin up. Riddle is there, and look at this. Riddle gut wrench suplex, but Ray Phoenix deep arm drag onto Lee. Pentagon just out in the middle of the ring. Lee double choke onto Phoenix, who again turns it into an arm drag. Now Lee uses the strength, and finally Keith Lee is able to get the tag out. I think that's smart. Again, mentally, Lee just doesn't look like he's there right now. Not in 100% shape. Riddle, though, has Phoenix in trouble. Looked like he was going for maybe the bro to sleep, and Phoenix able to turn it into a reverse DDT. That bro to sleep, always dangerous. And look at this, Riddle in the corner, pulled by Pentagon, and it looks like Pentagon and Phoenix were not on the same page. Phoenix didn't realize that's what he was doing. Riddle goes into a knee bar, and Phoenix just able to reach the rope. Ray Phoenix has been in this match for the first 3.5 minutes, and the strategy of the Lucha Brothers does always change. You know, it's always variable. Sometimes they will leave Phoenix in the match for a long time. And look at this, Phoenix sliding kick underneath the bottom rope and absolutely launched Matt Riddle. Doesn't always get that kind of air. Ray Phoenix is a workhorse. And, you know, sometimes they will leave him in the match for long periods of time to absorb offense and, you know, try to wear down his competitors for Pentagon to come in and deliver the final blow with his unique combination of speed and strength. It's certainly worked in the past. Number 1 contendership on the line here for the GAW Tag Team Championships. Belts that the Usos have held since episode 7 of Wednesday Night Storm. They beat the Lucha Brothers for those titles. And now the Lucha Brothers, with Alpha now on their side, trying to win them back. And now, 5 minutes in, Pentagon finally comes into the match. Headbutt to Riddle, and now Pentagon straight out of the gate, trying to pick Riddle up for the package powerbomb, or package pile driver, I should say, and Riddle turns it into a lariat. Well done there from Matt Riddle, who somehow looks a little bit more focused than Keith Lee, or a little bit more present, I guess. I'm not sure what the reason for that might be. Now look at this. Riddle and Lee setting up a 3D. We know that they use it. They came from the Dudley Boys School of Tag Team Wrestling. That's where they were trained. They use it to great effect, and leg hooked, and Ray Phoenix was just able to distract the referee enough to let Pentagon kick out of that one. Big lariat over the top. Again, the Limitless Legion were not supposed to have this match. It was supposed to be the Young Bucks in a number 1 contenders match with the Lucha Brothers. That was the team that the Lucha Brothers had, or that the Usos had picked. But the Young Bucks decided to pull out after the brutal attack on their best friend Kenny Omega. who we can say is awake and alert in the hospital, but certainly is in no condition to even leave, even after a week. That's how badly Hangman Page actually hurt Kenny Omega. Hopefully the same will not be said of Samoa Joe after what happened tonight, but I can't say that I'm particularly hopeful. Look at this, Pentagon tag into Rey Fenix, and Fenix comes in, House of Fire. Look at this, Rey Fenix, couple big drop kicks and a third. Excellent strategy there from Rey Fenix, taking the big man off his feet. Fenix up top now, 450, and it looked like Lee maybe had the knees up, but it lands. Fenix did get all of it, and now Lee in trouble, and Riddle couldn't get there fast enough. Lucha Brothers are the #1 contenders. 450 from Rey Fenix, and I think Lee had his knees up, thinking that he'd be able to catch Fenix, as he did earlier in the match, you can see, but Fenix actually kind of reversed his momentum mid-air, turned his body, and avoided the knees of Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle just was not fast enough on his feet to go break up the pinfall. What a performance from Rey Fenix, and the Lucha Brothers are headed to Winterfest to take on the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. What a tremendous performance from the Lucha Brothers. Our main event is next. World Championship on the line. Aleister Black and Alpha. I gotta say, I'm a little glad that Drew McIntyre kept his music, because I do like his music, and I think that might be a reason why the Blade Runners have decided to do that. McIntyre comes out. You can see Switchblade Jay White is the only man with him right now, because if you remember from last episode, the Blade was hunted down backstage. We're hearing that Ricky Steamboat was attacked backstage, along with Yun Son Park. Speaking of which, we can actually confirm Buddy Murphy, the reason he's not out here is because he's busy preparing. He will have to defend the Cruiserweight Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match next week, next episode, against Will Ospreay. After the cheap disqualification from Ricky Steamboat in their match last episode. So that's something to look forward to next week. Something to look forward to in a couple seconds. We caught up with Keith Lee backstage after the Limitless Legion's match against the Lucha Brothers. Here's what he had to say. Winning tonight would have meant everything. I've looked up to Kenny Omega. I've looked up to Samoa Joe since the beginning of my career. I'd love nothing more than to put Alpha in his place. But I know we're in the right. And I know one day we can bring Alpha down. We'll do it for our fallen brothers, and we'll do it for all of you. Is there anything more dangerous than a man like Aleister Black with the backing of Alpha behind him? At least he's coming out with the world title this time. This sends chills down my spine every time I see these three enter, especially knowing what they have done to their fellow competitors. Sending multiple men to the hospital. In the case of Samoa Joe, endangering his life. So, and in the case of Kenny Omega as well. I mean, that wasn't one of these two, but we can assume that Hangman Page did it for Alpha. So it is really chilling to see these three men come out here this way. But you cannot deny Aleister Black is the most dangerous man in the world. I don't think there's any denying that. and he's showing it right now as GAW World Champion. Who could possibly dethrone Aleister Black for this title? Well, we'll find out if it could be Drew McIntyre. Main event of Wednesday Night Storm is next. No time limit, of course, and once again, Alpha enjoys the numbers advantage over the Blade Runners. No disqualification in this match as well. And look at this, Jay White immediately getting himself involved early on. No disqualification, but it looks like both of these men are actually going to play it pretty straight here, at least in the early going. Aleister Black certainly has something to prove against the Blade Runners. The Blade Runners are the reason that Black even turned his back on the company, turned his back on all of us, and joined Alpha. Drew McIntyre, meanwhile, this will be his second World Championship shot, and he actually is one of the rising young stars in GAW, and it's all, it's disappointing. Aleister Black didn't need to join Alpha. He didn't need Alpha to do, what he's been doing. And likewise, I don't think Drew McIntyre needed Jay White and the Blade Runners to be able to, reach his full potential. Drew McIntyre could potentially be one of the quickest men to the GAW Triple Crown in history. He's already won the Intercontinental Championship as well as the Tag Team Championships. He actually won those as a result of the GAW Christmas party, which is very interesting. Look at this, White sliding a chair into the ring. Again, it is no disqualification. So McIntyre is just a world championship short of winning the Triple Crown. He could do it tonight, and he would join, of course, a very elite company in doing so. Look at that. Boom, big knee from Aleister Black. And once again, Jay White is right there to get himself involved, and McIntyre drops Aleister Black. Still no use of this chair. This is really interesting. Both men, I think, have something to prove. Because of what happened last week, and finally the referee actually gets rid of the chair, which is a little bit interesting for a referee to do in a no DQ match, but, we'll let him control the ring. McIntyre, oh my goodness. Ramming Aleister Black neck first into the top turnbuckle. It's hard to see if there's concern in the face of Hunter or Hornet. I'm going to go with no, but, who really knows? McIntyre into the corner, big forearm. And Glasgow kiss. Woo! McIntyre, oh, look at this. McIntyre, Anaconda Vice. And now, finally, Hunter does get himself involved, distracting McIntyre, and Black has McIntyre up into the reverse suplex. Hunter made good use of his first involvement in this match. It's allowed Aleister Black to get on the front foot, and Black now, Black Mass to Drew McIntyre. Look at that. Jay White straight up onto the apron. He knows what he needs to do. He knows what he needs to do. You can't deny that. White is a smart competitor, if not honest, I think would be the word. McIntyre now. Black out. Look at this. McIntyre gonna fly. Woohoo! McIntyre. That's not always you see a big man like that. Wow. Chops exchanged, and Aleister Black will toss McIntyre into the ring. Wow, I can't get over the air that McIntyre got. It's becoming less surprising to see a man of his size go, to see a man of his size possess that amount of athleticism. But, well, look at this. McIntyre, tope con hilo, followed up by a deadlift powerbomb onto the 215-pound Aleister Black. It may not be as surprising as it used to be, but it still always gets a pop out of me. If you can see a man of McIntyre's size and strength do something like that. Black now. Trademark cross leg into the ring, and Black going up top. McIntyre rolls into the center. Black now, moonsault from the top. Again, this is the most dangerous striker in the world, pulling off moonsaults like that. Look at Black now. Couple big lariats from Aleister Black. Leg caught. Beautiful takedown. And Black maybe was looking to finish it with that bicycle knee strike that he's made good use out of, but once again, Jay White gets himself involved. Of course he does. What else is he for? Elbow up from Black, but McIntyre able to fight out of that corner, going for maybe the STO. Black now, oh my goodness, bicycle, or not a bicycle, a revolution knee strike. Discus knee and a double foot stomp and a kick to the chest. What a combination from Aleister Black. Again, the mixed martial arts background on full display right now. Black going up top once again. Well, what's he calling for here? McIntyre makes his way to his feet, and Black Meteora from the top. Oh, wow. Aleister Black, Meteora from the top rope, and McIntyre just able to kick out at 2. Black now from the corner has McIntyre in trouble. Rising knee strike. And again, Jay White getting himself involved with the official to stop the pin. But he maybe just doomed McIntyre to another Black mass. Aleister Black, far leg hooked. Oh my, this is ridiculous, ref. I know it's no DQ, but you gotta send Jay White. You gotta send him out of here. This is getting absurd. Black mass again. This time McIntyre catches it into a power bomb. This is getting ridiculous at this point, ref. Come on. I can't believe you got me defending Aleister Black. But Black should be the winner of this match right now by all accounts. And look at Black now. Wrenches back on the neck of McIntyre. This is a modified camel clutch that Black has started to use recently, and it really just puts so much pain into your lower back. Look, he's not even going for a submission from it. It's more just to get that pain into your lower back, and especially for McIntyre, someone who needs to be able to charge, who needs to be able to plant his foot like he's about to do with the Claymore. Is it going to be effective here? McIntyre, Claymore out of the corner, and Black just able to avoid it. Side headlock takeover from Black. Well done. Again, these holds are all about inflicting pain, stopping McIntyre from being able to plant on his leg for the Claymore. And Black now out of the corner, going for the rising knee strike. McIntyre able to avoid it. Black recovers pretty well into the corner. McIntyre moves out of the way. Oh, what a kick to the back from Aleister Black. No weapons used in this match. This does mirror, you remember all the way back at Bash at the Beach, these two had a no-holds-barred contest, and McIntyre refused to use any weapons. It looks like Aleister Black answering him in kind. Black mass. The third one McIntyre has had to take so far. Black now hooks the far leg to, oh no! McIntyre kicked out. Oh, unbelievable. It's not any man that can kick out of that. McIntyre now, future shock DDT. McIntyre may have just turned the tables on the world champion, and this time Black just able to get his shoulder up. The future shock wasn't good enough. McIntyre, though, could end things here. Claymore, no. Black out of the way, and now DDT from Black. Busts McIntyre wide open. The blood is pouring from his head already. What a grueling match this has been. A grueling, no disqualification match that hasn't featured any weapons of any kind. Unbelievable. McIntyre going up top. Look at this, McIntyre with a giant knee drop from the top. Black, bam, what a knee strike. Oh, what a match this has been. Black again, DDT. This time, Black far leg hooked. McIntyre wearing a crimson mask, and McIntyre just able to kick out. Referee's got to be fearing for his safety at this point with Aleister Black jawing at him like he is. Black once again, Black mask, no! McIntyre caught his leg. Glasgow kiss attempt, and that was reversed by Black float over DDT. That's a third one. Jay White's got to be wondering, maybe regretting keeping McIntyre in this match for so long. I would be. Watching my friend take this amount of punishment from Aleister Black. Black clearly trying to answer McIntyre, not using any weapons the way McIntyre refused to do so in their match at Bass at the Beach. McIntyre, look at this. The kickout's just getting more and more laborious. McIntyre, the blood is pouring from his head right now. Black, kitchen sink. Anytime McIntyre's on the ground, you got to be careful. McIntyre gets the head up, Glasgow kiss. Again, reversed into the elbow by Black. And McIntyre now has Black in trouble. Pile driver. Stuck pile driver from Drew McIntyre. And now Black is bleeding as well. Standing cutter from the champ. Black hooks the far leg, 2, and McIntyre kicks out again. Oh my. Black now from the corner. McIntyre staggers to his feet. Rising knee strike from Black. Far leg hooked. Nothing Jay White can do. 3. Aleister Black wins in a grueling match. What a contest! McIntyre proved himself a near equal of Aleister Black. It is not every man that can kick out of a black mass, and Drew McIntyre did. Wow, what a performance from Drew McIntyre. He thought he had it with that future shock. Aleister Black thought he had it with this DDT. Oh man, I wouldn't mind seeing these two again at Winterfest. We'll see what match is made for the world champion Aleister Black. For now though, as much as I hate what he and Alpha have done, you can't deny Aleister Black is a worthy champion. He is the most dangerous man in the world. And that scene there of Aleister Black holding that GAW World Championship belt, who can take that off of him? Hopefully we'll find out in the coming episodes. Just 2 episodes left until Winterfest. You won't want to miss any of the action. Subscribe so you can see it all. We appreciate you.